Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to discuss about the repeaters, those who are stuck with the 148 to 149 scores. And in this video, I'm going to tell how to plan, how to execute, and how to not repeat the previous mistakes that we have made. So those who are new to these videos and channels, please do subscribe and share with your friends. And also soon we are going to upload the subject-wise videos and the most important topics and shoot for topics in our channel. So let's start our video. So many repeaters we have been seeing that so many students will be stuck between the 148 and the 149 marks only. So why? So the major questions that will come in our mind is why? Because I have seen the students will be having the one of the best coaching, one of the best preparation strategies and schedules. Everything will be good. But still, so many students are stuck between this 148 to 149 score only. Why? What is the thing that most likely and overall all the students, if you see, the things that is lacking here is time management for the during the examination. We all know that we will be practicing the all examinations from the beginning of the preparation day to end of the exam, and all this will be worth only. But in the time of your final examination, if you can't do the time management, guys, and I know that the value these time management is very important in the examination. When I say time management during the examination, this is the one of the major challenge have been facing by the many repeater students. And also next thing is the revision. They do the classes, they attend the classes, and also they complete the syllabus in time. But still, one of the major backlog will be the revision of the students' content that they already read. Okay, the revision, time management, these are the major cons for the students, those who are stuck in the 148 and the 149 score. And also neglecting the weaker subjects. And I have seen that all the 19 subjects will be overall for the 300 score, guys. But many of our students will be only focusing on the 10 subjects or the 9 subjects, or these will be the one of the challenging. Because see, if you neglect the weaker subjects, there are the scoring subjects that might be end up our scores between the 148, 149. So don't neglect the subjects. Please neglecting the subjects or ignoring the 10 subjects or ignoring the 9 subjects, only focusing on the some subjects will be very, very difficulty for us to get more than 150. And lack of practice in the MCQs. You read how whatever you have the sources, you revise whatever the content that you have. But if you can't practice the MCQs, you are unable to manage in the examination. You are unable to revise the same content. What you are making the mistakes, what you have to improve yourself. You will be only knowing by the practicing this. And exam day anxiety, exam day, exam hall, all this anxiety stress will be one of the challenging for the many students I have been seeing. This is going to be the one of the reason for the 148 to 149 marks for the students. But how can we plan? So break these barriers. So the first thing, those who have scored the last FMG examination 148, 149 or less than 150, do one thing, guys. You have to make your own strategy. So whatever is going to help you, that you have to follow. The strategy is the one of the important thing that we have to plan for ourselves. And consistent practice, the 6 months, 1 year doesn't matter. But if you're consistent in your practice, if you're consistent in your content, then you are going to see the clocks and you are going to see the passing score in the FMG examination. And smart revision path methods. What are those smart revisions path methods, guys? So one thing I always advise my students to follow this: read, revise, and also review your performance. How you are going to read, whether you're taking the 3 months or the 4 months, you have to read the whole 19 subjects content and then revise the same thing, guys. Revise the same 19 subjects content again and again. How much you can, whether you are going to revise it for the twice, whether you are going to revise it for the thrice, doesn't matter. But you have to revise the content and go back to the MCQs. Practice MCQs as much as you can. 100 per day, 80 per day, even 20 per day is much enough. Then you have to review these MCQs, and you are going to not only reviewing the MCQs, you're actually reviewing your performance. Which are the subjects that you are weaker, which are the subjects you are stronger, you're going to find out in the review. These smart strategies is going to help you a lot. I'm not just telling that follow the blindly this, but if you have the other revision methods also, please follow that consistently and avoid the past mistakes. Just take a moment, just take it 30 minutes per today or 1 hour after watching this video. and analyze yourself. What are the mistakes that you have done in the past attempt? So see, so many students will be doing the very silly mistakes, guys, not just making the very blunder mistakes, clinical mistakes, or any other mistakes in the examination. They are just facing these silly mistakes. And analyze those in the 1 hour. You have to analyze what are the mistakes that you have done and how can you overcome them and how to avoid them in the next attempt. That is the first thing that we have to do. And next thing is strategy to break the 150 plus score. We are not just giving the exam for the only 150 score. Our attempt is to make this 180 plus score in the examination, at least 180, 200. This should be our target. Then we can easily cross this bridge 150. Okay. This is just a only the dilemma that we are stuck, that we have to clear this in the 150 score. But if you give your consistent efforts, you can even cross that 200 plus or the 180 plus. Trust me, guys, this is just a screening exam only. And what you have to do, the strategy that you have to follow is identify the weak areas. Whether you are weak in the OBGYN, whether you are weak in the medicine, or you're weaker in the dermatology or the orthopedics. First thing that you have to do is the identify. Take a paper and write the what are the subjects that you are very strong, what are the subjects that you are very weak, and what are the subjects you are very good and very bad also. These things that you have to identify by yourself only. And next thing is revise the high yield subjects repeatedly. Why I'm telling this repeatedly? Because the content in the examinations of the all the FMG past papers, if you see, the high yield topics, high yield subjects are going to be the game changer. So if you do that repeatedly, once, twice, thrice, that will be memorizing you for the long time. And practice the MCQs, practice the mock test under the timed conditions. Why? Because I'm telling the timed conditions. Because one reason that we have seen poor time management. And if we overcome the time management by practicing these MCQs within the time limit, then we can easily manage the time in the final examination also. And now the thing that I want to highlight is focus on the accuracy, not just on the attempts. Yes, guys, I can understand that you are having the stress due to the attempts numbers, or if you are feeling that your one of the friend is already cleared and went, and but you are still in the second attempt or the third attempt. But don't worry, this is not just a competition that you are going to face everyone. This is the competency that you have to prove by yourself. This is the competitiveness that you have to have in yourself, so that you can easily clear this examination very very easily in the very immediate attempt in the next coming FMG examination. Focus on yourself instead of just thinking and making yourself very stressful. Don't think about the surroundings. Don't think about the what the people are talking. This is just you are proving that you are way competent than any other of the student that along with your colleagues, students, friends, or anyone. Okay, learn the exam temperature, temperament, and time allocation. You have you what is the best thing that the repeaters have about the and other students is not have means you already see the exam attempt, because you already attempted the final examination. You know the simulation of that examination, you know the pattern of that examination, you know the condition in the examination hall, because you already attempted that. Make that as your very ease that you can make this possible by understanding how the exam temperament, how the time allocated, how the clinical questions are analyzed, asked in the examination, and how the examiner is trying to confuse you in the exam. So because the thing that you have already, you can use that, you can utilize that for your opportunity for the next attempt. Okay, and high yield topics. What are the high yield topics or the high yield subjects that you have to focus? As I said, guys, the prioritization should be 19 subjects. No matter what, you have to study the 19 subjects. But in this 19 subjects also, how you are going to complete? You have to read this. Okay, whether you are going to take the 3 months or whether you are going to take the 4 months, doesn't matter. Immediately you have to revise them. Must and should, the revision is very important. At least 2 to 3 times of the revision is very important. And along with that, simultaneously, you have to practice the MCQs again and again. You have to practice the mock test again and again. You have to practice the GTs. These all going to help you review. You are going to review your only performance, that you are competent enough to attempt the next attempt very easily in the examination. Okay, this is the prioritization that you have to see. And next, high yield subjects. What are the high yield subjects? When I say high yield subjects, the first prioritization should be anatomy, And another subjects, all the first year subjects, your physio, biochem subjects, these are the very important scoring subjects. Next, coming to the pharmacology and also pathology. This is comprises the most of the questions in the paraclinical subjects, and even your PSM and OBGYN. These subjects are also one of the scoring subjects. And other than that, if you see the pediatrics, very short subject, but very common topics that will be asked, and also subjects like dermat, very small subject, ortho, anesthesia, radio. These are the subjects that you can easily complete the revision also, and also 5 questions, 3 questions. This can be boosting for your and other subjects. If your other subjects are weak, at least these subjects are going to replace you and score the maximum. Okay, never forget these subjects that you are going to revise again and again. At least these subjects now easily 200 plus also you can score in the final examination. Only if you do the prioritization of completing the all 19 subjects, reading, revision, and also MCQ practice. And these are the scoring subjects that you can keep in your mind and you can practice them. Next, smart revision plan. As I said, guys, the smart revision plan that you must have is the first revision, you have to cover all the 19 subjects. And second revision, focus on the 19 subjects and focus on your own notes or the resource that you are following with. Okay, and practice the MCQs simultaneously. Daily, you are going to practice the 20 per day. Okay, fine. 30 per day is fine. Even 10 per day also is fine, that you have to practice the MCQs daily. And next, third revision is going to be the ultra short revision before the examination. Before the examination, 1 to 2 weeks, this should be the done ultra revision. What are the ultra revision that you can follow? You can follow the scoring subjects. You can follow these short subjects. Ultra revision is very important. So at least 3 revisions after completing the reading. First revision, 19 subjects. Second revision, focus on the notes and the short focus on the notes and all 19 subjects and especially MCQs. Third revision, ultra short notes. And all this should be done by the high-end notes only. Day by day, you have to improve your pattern of reading, pattern of revision. Okay. The approaching to the examination nearby 1 month, 2 months, this is the very important that you have to revise again and again. MCQs, PYTs is very, very important for the examination. Okay. GT strategy. Many of the students will be also having the problem with the GT, especially in the repeaters. Because of the phobia of seeing the scores less than 140, 149, this is the first thing they are going to avoid this GTs. But don't do that mistake. Okay, you should not avoid the GTs. You have to give the GTs and the mock test. But how to give? Don't panic if the paper looks tough. Don't panic if you see that section is tough. You have the 300 questions, guys. In this 300 questions, the 200 questions are everyone familiar, and remaining 100 questions, some people are not familiar, some people seem very tough. But still, you have the 200 questions of the chances that you can clear this examination. Okay, so just by looking at the 1 to 2 questions or the 1 to 2 sections, this does not going to change. You have the almost 5 to 6 sections in the examination. Remaining 4 sections can decide your rank also. Okay, so attempt all the 300 questions, because we don't have the minus markings. The best thing, you don't have the minus marks, so maximize the chances. Attempt all 300 questions. Whether you are going to hit that blank also, no problem. You have to attempt that 9 question. And don't waste the 90 seconds on the single questions. Usually, we are going to spend the one question 1 minute, right? But even if you take the 90 seconds also, is fine for me. But don't waste more than that. Don't just struck by the single question for the long time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It does not going to change. At least 1 to 1.5 minutes, you have to clear that question. If it is less than 1 minute, right, it is very great. But if it is more than 1 minute, you have to think why you are making that mistake. You have to analyze why you are stuck in that one question only. And immediately you have to move for the next question. And mark and move strategy for the doubtful ones. You can review for the last moment, or you can even go for that after completing or the analyzing the GT strategies. Okay, keep the target. 150 is your first target. And next GT, you have to 160. Next GT, 170. Like that, keep on increasing and keep on escalating the more higher heights. This is the one important that you have to follow. And final words, I want to tell all the students, remember that you are all are the competent guys. Just 1 to 2 marks is for your, not 1 to 2 marks. Some students even 1 mark also. These are going to just away from your final dream that you have to get the license in your motherland. So first thing that you have to remember, you are competent, you are enough to pass this examination. Just give your best. Okay. The 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months doesn't matter. If you are consistent practice, discipline, determination, you are going to clear this examination. This time with discipline and smart strategy, you will cross the 150 plus. Now itself, those who are watching the repeaters this video, I'm telling you guys, you're all going to pass this examination just by the discipline and the smart strategy plan. You're all going to clear this examination. Trust the process, trust yourself, and give your best. This is the only the thing that you have to follow in your examination strategy. You are going to trust the whatever the process is going through and what are the trust that you are going to build, because this confidence is going to boost you in the final examination. Okay, so this mission January 2026, what I'm going to tell you guys, please focus on the high yield topics, the previous year topics, and solve the MCQs of the FMG and the NEETPG papers, and revise regularly. The revision is very important. Study smart, not hard, and please stay calm and stay healthy, guys. So those who are new, please do subscribe to our channel, and also for the more updates and the videos and the lectures, please do join this Telegram group and the WhatsApp group. Thank you once again, and see you in the next video.